signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is May 23rd, 2022. It is 1:55 a.m. Okay, 1,829 subscribers. I think there have been some new subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. All right, a lot to share with you. Let's go on Twitter. This is my back end. Let's go on Twitter. My first tweet. All right, so let me get this right. A British dude invited Harry and Meghan to be the, quote, star guest, end quote, at a VIP party he hosted in LA. The Sussexes declined, but invited him to their house out of courtesy, and now the story is that the dude, quote, snubbed him. What? Okay, this was going on a while ago. Why? Okay. I think these are some leftover tweets that I then finished on my last video, so it's carrying over. So this is that. So that was on the 20th, 3 days ago. Okay, so let's see here. It was a trap anyway. They just wanted pictures to drive the news cycle. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's elected officials from the UK who happen to be in the US who invited Harry and Meghan. That's what I think. Because, you know, once the squads see something going on, they don't make full reference to or give specific names and everything like that. So, but I saw other things going around Twitter around that time, and I think this is it. This is making reference to it. It happened a while ago, so that I don't fully remember, but I think that's what it was. Okay, let's read some of the comments. It was a trap anyway. They just wanted pictures to drive the news cycle. Which dude? Okay, so from the comments, there it is. I'm getting more of it. Okay, Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, was on a 5-day, quote, look at me tour. Look at me tour and quote around the US. Supposedly, it was to drive up tourism to London. I, for myself, knowing what I know now, there's absolutely no way. I don't care if they're gonna pay me to go to the UK. I'm not gonna go. There's absolutely no way. Okay, but let me read the comment. All right, let me start all over. Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, was on a 5-day, quote, look at me tour, and quote, around the US. Supposedly, it was to drive up tourism to London. The British media is complaining because the taxpayers are getting the tab, and they feel it's a waste of money and only benefits him. Okay, not only that, this happened, what, couple days ago? And I don't know if I bookmark it or maybe it's down the line. The Queen is getting a bailout. They're really getting the people angry. All right, there's 3 comments under there. Okay, why is this a problem when the Mayor of London does this? The royal family is doing the same thing. Exactly. This doesn't make sense. Why would they invite some random dude to their home? Do they personally know him? Not to mention 0 engagement. So where's input coming from? Clairvoyant T. Derangers troll. The thing is that he probably wanted Harry to show up because Harry is the money machine. So whenever Harry shows up, he associates himself with, or when Harry attach himself on something, so it generate money. So this is why he wanted Harry to show up, I'm assuming. All right, so if they know Harry's gonna come, so it's gonna bring more people to come and listen to him. So Harry's not there, not too many people give a damn about him. That's what it is. The Sussexes are sought after for clout, but they are a serious family-oriented couple, not out there to play celebrity games. They have goals, direction, and a structured life. Don't get your feelings hurt when they decline your invitation. And plus, not only that, I could understand that person is Mayor of London, but sometimes taking pictures with people, especially with Harry and Meghan, because now they are a brand. Everybody wants to do work with them. I'll put the clip that I have with Mark Cuban, who said if he has the opportunity, he'll do anything, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing him. He'll do anything to work with the Sussexes. So Harry and Meghan have to be very careful with whom they take pictures with. It could easily, I could understand he's a mayor of London, but personally, I don't think they know who he is. If later on down the line, they find out this guy is, I don't know, I don't want to say something too offensive, but something negative, okay? Then they're going to associate the Sussexes with that guy. So Harry and Meghan have to be very careful. And I'm glad if it actually happened, that they invited him to their house instead. If it did happen, I will assume the reason they invited him to his house is to have more control of the environment. Because when they go out there, it's less safe for them. Okay, they don't have control of something. They're not like they don't know what's going on behind the scene, how things were put together and stuff like that. So it's much safer for them. If it's true, okay, I'm just going based on the comment. I don't know if it's true or not. If they did invite that Mayor of London to their home instead, it will be in a much safer control environment that they have control of. And I think that's why. And Harry knows the danger of these people from the UK. Right? So he knows if that's the truth. Okay, exactly. But Meghan and Harry don't invite strangers to their home around their kids. That part is a lie. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just reading some of this. After that, that's it. And the last one is in French. They might have as a courtesy after they said no to his invite, not because they wanted him to come, but a courtesy invite when someone invites you and you feel bad for saying no. Sadiq will have had a lot of people around him, a bodyguard, so anyone can have leaks to tabloid. Question is, who told the British media about it? Okay, that's what I was thinking. I could date that. Okay, it could, I don't know. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. What I just said is exactly what I could date that. I'm telling you, sometimes Twitter, I think, removes some of your words when you're typing it, especially when you're on your phone. Because a lot of time after I sent my tweet, when I read it, some of the thing that I was typing is not what happened. Okay, next tweet. Guys, our princess was on her way. Watch out when she arrives. She looks divinely beautiful. 1905 Meghan wedding tip. All right, so that was during their anniversary. So these are some tweets that I left behind. I didn't get to squeeze in within that video. So there's no comment, so I'm moving on to the next tweet. But I've added some more to it. Next tweet. Okay, if this was Prince Harry, just make sure no man touches his princess. He will walk between them. I can definitely see that happen. There's a laugh when it comes to Meghan. Prince Harry shows no mercy. All right, there's this. Actually, there's someone who just sent me some new pictures regarding the this weekend polo match. So there's that. There's this. He said, and there's that. Has to make sure Meghan is right there next to him. Okay. There's more. Oh, I don't want to talk about this. All right, let's see here. The guy doesn't love her. All right, they're making reference to this, but I don't want to talk about it. You know, because of that, let me just move on. All right. This guy is ridiculous. There's something going around where he's wearing his shoes with some airplane, and you know, there was some red carpet for Tom Cruise movie. What is it? Is it Top Gun or something like that? They invited them, and this guy is wearing his shoes like a freaking 3-year-old to show his support. And then his wife is way behind going down the stairs. He didn't bother to help her and stuff like that. All right, so I'm not even gonna show it because I have nothing positive to say anyway. Okay, Harry. This is the next tweet. Harry and Meghan said, unless it's from their spokesperson, ignore. But y'all don't listen to your fave as much as you listen to tabloid. Okay, so that's me responded because there were a lot of tweets. This I added yesterday. Okay, I think it's in between. All right, some of the leftover tweets. So I added this yesterday. I remember coming across it. There were a lot of tweets going on regarding the same people that I just talk about, make reference to. All right, so the squad were talking about it, and this squad is saying, Harry and Meghan said, unless it's from their spokesperson, ignore. But yeah, don't listen to your fave as much as you listen to the tabloid. Okay, they were not talking about the Cambridges. I read that article on my last video. It's a sensational kind of article talking about the Sussexes. That's what it was. And they're saying something about when Meghan was pregnant, well, she's a princess. Miss Dovia spent several days with her and things like that. It's on my last video. I know for sure I read it. Okay, so, and this is the squad who's saying, why are you listening to this tabloid? But you know very well that Meghan doesn't speak to the tabloid. And I also made reference in the video that Meghan's friends do not talk with the tabloid because they make reference like their source, like Meghan's friend said or something like that, or friend of Meghan or something like that. So the squad is saying, why are you listening to this nonsense when you know very well Meghan doesn't talk to the tabloid unless it's come directly from them? So this me responding to her tweet here that said, and our faves friends don't blab their mouths to the tab. Okay, so I agree with her. Exactly. That's why I continue to side-eye some of my fellow Brit squaddies who continue to post all the negative hogwash against the Sussexes on their timeline. Okay, it's not only the UK squaddies, it's a global pandemic. Okay, seems that those who have to dig up, retweet, or add in a negative reflection on positive posts live for drama more than support the peace. Okay, and humanitarian work of the couple. I get the anger and I understand the need to criticize other couples, but it can be done without mentioning names. Okay, we all need to stop clicking on any article from the Daily Fair, Express, or whatever. It's important to boycott them because of the irretrievably damage they cause to humanitarian couple. Okay, muting and or black those publications and the Royal Voter reporters has done wonders for my Daily Express on Twitter. Okay, right now I just use the black, a lot of blacking button. Can't everyone just get along? Say my late mother from heaven. In my opinion, there's room for supporters with different instincts to do what works for them. It's a choice, and as long as we are able to aware of the consequences, pro and con, and posting or clicking. I can respect others' choice. But the thing is that the negative tabloid, they keep on pounding and pounding. It's best not to support them. Okay, let's see here. How are you a supporter when believes tabloid against Harry and Meghan? This isn't about what people choose to post. It's about taking tabloid news and presenting it as facts from a source we know has no access. Yeah, she's absolutely right. Okay, let me move on. Okay, so is some of the squad who, I don't know. I don't think all of the squad are truly squaddies. Okay, they're trying for us, like for myself, to come and click on their nonsense and retweet their things, present themselves as a squaddy. So if you know who you are, look at me. I said I'm not even going to talk about the Cambridges because I know it's not going to be positive anyway, with some of the things that might come, as I look at some of their pictures. So I just ignore. Next tweet. What did Henry says? Wrong answer only. Okay, so that was something that was going on the 21st. It's our little bandana fit that's small. Okay, so the squad were just playing a gram here. Oh my God, look at her looking at her. Let's see here. Dana was the prettiest character in suit. There's a laugh. Harry, can you believe Chris thought he could use video from the INVICTUS game? Like, bro, it ain't happening. Okay, shipwreck. We have the footage, but have no right to show it. Okay, so I remember this because during the INVICTUS, he was all over the INVICTUS, but when he went on TV in the UK, he can't show it because he has no permission for it. Okay, Harry, Kate Middleton doesn't look a day over 40. Meghan, okay. I'm gonna give it this to Lily. Okay, I bet I can fit both William and Kate's brain to this coin. Oh, this is epic. I like that one. Quote, I bet you can fit your hand all the way around. Oh my God. Head I went. Tell you lose. Okay, a glass of tea later. Okay, I didn't think we make it. That's for sure. All right, so let me move on. There's more tweets that I need to share with you. And today is Monday, and I want to watch the Johnny Depp thing. So I want to do as much tweet, and hopefully if I could finish edit it before I wake up the kids, that would be great. Next tweet. There's the look and the loving eye. Babies of Santa Barbara Polo Club. This was going around yesterday. That is so cute. That is so cute. Look at them. They're already training them to play polo. Okay? I bet you right now, because of Harry and Meghan, they probably, those rich people who could afford to have horses and all of that, probably training their kids to do this kind of thing. Okay? Have some of you seen the up-close pics of Archie and Lily that's been passing around our DM? Those red locks are gorgeous. Hit me up if you haven't. Okay, they're going so fast. Let's see here. There's some comment. They're going fast. What? Can someone share with me? Please, please, please. It's a joke. Okay, don't you dare do that to us. Okay, so the squad was pretending there's something going on. So that's what it was. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. All right, there's Joanne. Breaking news, the Sussexes are hosting a polo fundraising tomorrow. That means there will be much gashing of the teeth, ripping of garments, and scream of, quote, I thought they wanted privacy, and quote, from across the seas, and I bet the gremlin and rat face will be especially bitter. So that's that. I think I responded to GIF each time I look at it. I want the Sussexes to use international themes wherever they are doing any charity event. This theme of wearing a hat is a fab idea. I can't wait to see the variety show of fashion. I hope the Royal Rat hats will be blown away. That's the laugh. This GIF is epic. Her reaction. There's me responding to it. I was laughing. That GIF is LOL. Okay, it's exciting to see the Sussexes doing their charity event differently from the institution. Now they are the hosts. That's being in charge. They do what they want. We are loving that vibe. Okay, probably going to be an annual event at the Polo Club. Next year's match is going to be the place to visit for a lot of celebrities and whatnot. Which gremlin and which rat's face. There are so many, you will have to be more specific. Okay, please DM if you need specific. Okay, a receipt for anyone. Exactly. This one, this is epic. I like that one.
They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
This is a good one. Right? Did I bookmark it? Yep, let's bookmark it. Okay. Oh, the scream and the crying from the derangers is going to be a hot mess. Okay, let's discuss what we think Meghan might wear. I'm going to say a cream color summery wrap dress. Okay, hats are required, so I'm sure whatever she chooses, it will be fabulous. And the all-time favorite of overshadowing the queen. Even Miss Rita pulling the... Even Mrs. Rita pulling her wigs off in excitement, although the UK media clowns and royal expert wigs pulling might happen in the midst of multiple tantrum. The GIF, she put her wigs off. Okay, hope the half brothers doesn't show up again. Okay, why do you have to mention that nut job? All right, let me move on. Next tweet. I love how Harry and Meghan are raising money for charities because they want to and not because they have to in order to justify their taxpayers' funding position. This one was good. I was reading some of the comments here. Royal don't raise money for charities. They fundraise for their foundations. There's a difference. For example, Royal Foundation pay rent to Prince William for their office space and KP. There are probably many such quote operational costs end quote that end up lining William's pimp slippers. The slippers, that's the thing he wore during the red carpet for Top Gun. When I was looking at it, it reminded me just like a little 3-year-old. Okay, pump slippers. Alright, so he said pump slippers here, but here she says pimp slippers. As a laugh. Was going to say the same thing, but without such a cool video. They walk the walk. Queen to receive government bailout. That's the thing that I was talking about. She got bailout the other day. Okay? Well, going to, I guess. Okay, if anyone is wondering why the national anthem and Prince William were booed last week, here is the clue. Alright, so getting bailout when everybody else is tightening up the rope. What I think I covered on my last video. They told them not to go to the Caribbean. The countries, the host countries told them don't come. They showed up anyway. And those tours, the Caribbean tours, it's not cheap. It's a lot of money. But yet, now they need bailout. What the F? Okay, I still can't get over that. Okay, 100%. The taxpayers funded royal patrons don't even benefit the charities. Let's see this. She has a receipt. Oh, this is small. Okay. Royal patronages of charities don't seem to help charities much, giving evidence. That was July 16, 2020. In short, we found that charities should not seek or retain. It's very small. I'm trying my best to see it. Should not seek to retain royal patronages, expecting that they will help much. 74% of charities with royal. Harry and Meghan find a way to make it work. Having a royal patron bring no noticeable boost to a charity's income, study find, July 17, 2020. Having a member of the royal family become a patron has no financial benefit for a charity's income, a study has found, advertisement. Because they're not doing the work. They are not doing the work. They just want to come and open the ribbon and say, oh, I'm a patron of this. So they could have a whole list of charities under their name. But they're not doing the work after they cut the ribbon. Look at Meghan. She didn't even need to cut a ribbon. The thing was already there. They told her to be, or she chose to be a patron of certain charities. Look what she did. Look at the Hub Community Kitchen. She went over there. She heard a problem. She found a solution. Over there, they just go, even as you're talking, I don't even think they listen. Okay, I don't even think they are listening to you. Okay, the minute they finish cut their ribbon, they go back to their palaces, go play whatever with their roses and bushes, you know, whatever it may be. But once they left, that's it. They don't come, they don't think about you again until 8 years later, until somebody else is getting praise for the work that they're doing. And then all of a sudden they remember, oh, I'm a patron of you.
Thank you. Nice to see you again. I was just looking at, it's been a while since I last visited. So yeah, definitely when things get back to normal, I'd love to come and say hello to the team and everyone down there as well.
I think it was 2012 that you were last here.
It only seems like yesterday, Graham. It shows you how quickly time goes.
So yeah, Harry and Meghan, when they go someplace, they listen and they try to find solution to help the charities.
It takes a bit of getting used to, but as I said, it's once you understand the privileged position that you're in, you've then got to spend the rest of your life earning that privilege and giving back, and also gaining the trust and respect of the general public, and then using that position for good. I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people, and that is from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who, at some point in their life, have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age, because it's all about giving back. So yeah, I think that, look, lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course, it's wonderful, but when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together to make change, to make positive change. And it's an absolute joy and a privilege to meet the younger generation of change makers across the world who genuinely believe in the fact that they, as a single person and as a group and as a community and as a nation, not only can change their country, but can change the world as well. And that is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, having a royal patron doesn't pay for charities, okay? Same thing, okay? So it's almost the same thing. She has receipt of that. Okay, royal patronage provide no discernible benefits to charities that seek to obtain and retain them, according to new research. But Harry and Meghan were able to find a way to make those charities be self-sustained. Okay, well, that was very enlightenment. Thanks for sharing. Oh, that is a good one. The money should go directly to the charity. That's all. They don't need the royal family to do that. All that money that they're using, giving them because they're patron of whatever, if it goes straight to the charities, it will do much work. They become the middlemen who keep almost, well, they don't give. They don't give.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time, and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it does more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So
they don't even give. So what the F? They just show up. That's it. Okay. The money should go directly to charities. Cut out the royals. Yeah. So many needy causes in the UK right now. People are hurting. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, Harry and Meghan are busy serving people rather than serving the monarch. Service is universal. That was one of my takeaways today on the Squadathon. Okay, all Harry and Meghan charity proceeds go directly to the charity. The only people taking cuts from charity endeavors are the left behind British royal family. left behind British royal family, and that's why Charles' charity model was exposed in the US for only giving 5%. I'm even lucky they give 5% of the returns to the charity. That model only works in the UK. The Polo event is an annual one that is held by the club and open to the public. It was not their charity event. But the thing is that, what's the thing? Harry's friend, Nacho, okay, he put out a video. They create, what is it? Yes, okay. Let me make this straight. From my understanding, okay, the club, yes, probably already there. Maybe they did do an annual event every year. I could understand that. So Harry and Nacho and their respective, those two young men that I've seen on the pictures, they create that team to be to participate in that particular thing. So whatever winning they get from that, okay, whatever winning they get out of playing, that money is gonna go to their respective charities that they choose to. Okay, so that's what I think. This person might be right, but this is what I think. Okay, God bless them. And not only that, Harry, who is in that team, probably boosting up more revenues. Okay, probably boosting up more revenue. Okay, God bless them. Well said. It would be nice if only they use more than 5% donation. The other 95% straight into their pocket. Exactly. Why will American taxpayers cover these two? What position do they hold that warrant payment for any single American? Please enlighten me. Which taxpayers are funding them, and why in the hell would we pay a dime for these two jokes? Okay, who are they talking about? Harry and Meghan? They have nothing to do. They have absolutely nothing to do with taxpayers. Actually, as a matter of fact, it is the other way around. Their charity, their organization, Archewell, look at how many donations they're giving to different charities, causes they're helping, and things like that. It's the other way around. In return, okay, what do the government do? Because of the tax bracket that Archewell is under, so they don't pay tax on that, okay, because they're helping other charity, okay. They are an organization. Go look under the tax bracket. I think I talk about it. So if these people is trying to hating on Harry and Meghan, they're falling flat on their faces because no taxpayers is helping them. But as an incentive, the government, well, based on the tax bracket they registered their organization, Archewell, under, is giving them the incentive of not to be to pay tax. All right. When I'm editing, I'll take screenshot of the tax bracket and you could read it. All right. I don't want to go and read that again and waste time. Okay, because I covered this in some videos in some shape or form. Next week, I want to share. Okay, this one is a long thread. Okay, I want to share something I shared during the Spanish segment, and then I mentioned to Tina. I translated more of Nacho's interview, but before that, let me post a pic of his hot self. Although now I wonder if he and Harry buy shoes at the same store. The suede shoes, the suede shoes. All right, so there's Nacho. Well, I hope I could read it. Okay, I love that. He's not some guy who wants to benefit from his relationship to Harry. Okay, he's a star who makes millions by playing polo all over the world, and he's been doing that forever. All right, so let's see here. Interview. We already talk a lot about other people. Let's talk about you. How is your year going? So this we have to thank some of the squad who speak different language. Mia speaks Spanish, so she took her time. I'm assuming she translated this for us. Okay, and I happened to come across it, and this is why I'm sharing it with you. Okay, interview. We already talk a lot about other people. Let's talk about you. How is your year going? This is Nacho responding. My year was very good. I started in the World Polo League with the Genzi family, who continue betting a lot on polo, and the truth is that they do a lot for polo. They do more and more things. They have more field and more players, so they contribute a lot. Okay, Hilario Figueras, my son. Oh, so that's probably one of his sons who's playing with him. I think, I'm not 100% sure. Hilario Figueras, my son, was also playing the season. So it's always good to be able to be together as a family. He plays in other tournaments, and I play in the World Polo League. As soon as Palm Beach ended, I came here because Palm Beach ended on April 24th, and we played the first game here and on April 29th. So everything went very quickly. We finished. The horses started all out, one practice, and a game on Friday. Okay, so he's so one of the teens, the 16-year-olds were one of them is his son. Okay, interviewer, you're a little less nomad. You're a little less nomad, I think, more settled with American polo. Before, when we talk and had interviews, you were coming and going from one side of the world to the other, like a polo ambassador. Nacho, well, COVID slowed us down a bit. There were not so many events anymore. I'd normally start the year in Australia. Okay, so this is when he's playing polo all over the world. Okay, I start the year in Australia, then I go to Saudi Arabia, then I go to Palm Beach, then in the middle of Palm Beach, something else will always come up. Australia is not happening because of COVID. The idea is that it will be back in 2023, so little by little, I'll start again. And by the way, Australia have been very, Australia and New Zealand, these two have taken COVID very seriously from the start. At one point in the middle of COVID, when everybody else in the US, people were dying left and right, I think it was New Zealand, had zero cases of COVID. And then every now and then, little pockets here and there were coming, and they contain it. New Zealand, I believe it was New Zealand. And Australia take it very seriously. I will go to Australia. Let me continue. I will go to Australia. I will go to Saudi Arabia. I will go to these places. These last few years have had more restriction because of the COVID issue. But I think that finally the world is opening up slowly. And I feel that all those trips and all those exhibitions and things that you were talking about will restart very soon. Okay. So that's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay. He seems like such a good dad. I wonder if he wants to adopt a 43-year-old daughter. I don't think his wife would want that. I'm telling you, the squad are just too much. All of a sudden, I'm thinking Woody Allen. I don't know why. I guess because he adopted that young lady, that kid, and then ended up his wife. But I'm sorry, my mind went there. But the squad are just joking. I know. Okay, so let's continue. Interview. You named Hilario a bit ago. You had your experience in the Triple Crown. Short, but you lived it. Comparing you to your son, he looks like he's aiming to be a Triple Crown player. What do you think? There's Nacho responding. It's his dream. I'm going to contribute everything I can, but 99% will depend on him. That is true. He has to work for it. Okay, it's his goal and he's facing it with great enthusiasm. Now there is a plan for him to go to Canuelas to play in a team with La Dolphia. They are finalizing details. You can ask him that later when everything is decided. He's like, don't ask me, ask him. You know, he's like, this is his spotlight. Go ask him about that. Okay, he did his part as a father, probably teaching him how to ride a horse, how to play polo. And now he's showing his skills. So now when he's on the field, just go ask him. I like that. This is the idea that I'm getting. Okay, that's my insert on that. Okay, let me continue. The idea is that he go to Canuelas, I hope I pronounce it correctly, where most of his friends are. The Panelos, the Magrinis, and Castogonolas. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing this wrong. I already know. All these kids are from the same generation, and they are his friends. He wants to play there, which is nice because he needs to forge his own math. There it is. That's what I was saying. He's like, I teach him all those stuff. He needs to create his own. Yeah, he can win a bit. Win a bit. I guess when. He won't have his annoying dad always asking him questions whether the mall stop during practice or not, or this or that. The idea is that he goes and play good polo. I think they form a good group of kids his age that are playing really well, and that's what's fun for him. That his plan, and in the future, if everything goes well, he can play the Triple Crown. That's very interesting. I like the way he put it. You know, he's like 95% of it is him. He's show him the way. The 5% is showing the basic and everything and teach him. And then from there, he take on. Okay, 500 horses. I can honestly say I've never had this problem. I do love that he takes care of his friends by bringing all the horses they need for the tournament. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. Interview. You mentioned helping him with whatever you can. Normally in polo, that means horses. Do you have your breed? How's that going? Okay, Nacho. Yes, of course, that's my contribution. At some point, I really put a lot into that. And then I slowed it down because it was a huge mess. But now we move it again and the breeding is going well. So he breed horses. Interview. Wait. What do you mean by a huge mess? I'm interested. The squad too, when they see mess, they want to know mess. Okay, let's see here. Nacho. Well, at some point, I had 70 to 80 offspring per year. Oh my God, that's a lot. When you start putting generation together, 70 at a time, you quickly find yourself with 500 horses. So we reduce our numbers, and now that we're more organized, and Hilario is focused on polo and Artemio 12, okay, my second boy, okay, also seem to like polo quite a bit. We're breeding again to support their career. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So he's probably doing that for his kids. Okay. Very interesting. It's almost like, what is it? Early on, when my kids were like, I don't know, 4, 5, we had friends who kids were playing basketball, and I tried to put my kids into basketball. Both of them, they were not into it. They were not into it. So I leave it alone. I try to put them in swimming. Each time we go swimming, they rather play in the pool instead of racing. I try to put them in racing. They were doing well in the pool as well. My oldest, that is. They didn't like it. They hated it. They said they just want to go in the pool and play. So I say, okay, I'm not going to force them. I would love for them to do this kind of thing, but I step back. And I made sure to let my oldest know, look, your friend, which now I don't really interact with that much because he's doing very well in swimming. He's at the Olympic level right now. So at that time when I used to hang out with them, and my son used to go swimming with them, and I let my son know, look, when you see him making it big, I do not want you to be jealous because I'm trying to give you the same opportunity, but you don't like it. I respect your opinion. I'm not going to push you, but I let him aware that I don't want to hear jealousy later on. Okay. So years passed, COVID passed. We've been locked up in the house. Now, all of a sudden, he's into basketball. I think it was it last year? Oh, it was this year. They had, and his school had basketball tryouts and all of that. He was sucked. He didn't make it. So now, because of that, kids his age know how to play basketball. Now he's obsessed with basketball. Remember, since he was 5, I tried to push him. He didn't want to. My house, for instance, have guitar, has a piano, have an electronic drum set for them. Before the pandemic, I used to send them to play the piano. I was forcing them, literally forcing them. They were not into it. So everything, all of this stuff are collecting dust in my house. And I let them know we have the means to help you have something. Just remember, going to school every day. I'm going to go back to this, to the thing that I was reading. Remember, going to school, getting your education, pick a career is all good. To make a career out of, to make money, it's all good. But sometimes it doesn't pan out to be. You could make money teaching people how to play the guitar or any sort of instrument. You could make money doing any odd sort of job as long as you enjoy it. So this is why I was trying to expose my kids to everything. Those instruments are still in my house. Occasionally, I tell them to practice. They do not want to. They love to be on the computer. What did I do? I put them into coding. I said, at least you could pick up something. They like it, so I put them in it. And come to find out, I had some issue with the way they were teaching. So I need to find a different way, a different thing to put them into coding. So I try to expose them as much as I can because when I was their age, I did not have that opportunity. So, later on, if whatever may happen, and I just don't want to hear them saying they're jealous of this or whatever it may be, because this is the age where you need to push your kids to do something. But I try to push them. They rejected it. They don't like it. So I don't want to be that pushy kind of person where at the end of the day, they hate it. Not only hate the thing that they're doing because I forced them, and they ended up hating me. But I push enough, and then when I realize it's not working, I step back. All right, so that's what I got out of this. And okay, let's start with this. Well, at some point, okay, this is here, the huge mess. Wait. What do you mean by a huge mess? I'm interested. That's not true. Well, at some point, I had 70. Okay, I read that already. So his youngest son is interested into polo, so he's starting breeding again. Okay, interview. Speaking of breeding, a few years ago, I interviewed Senti Mawambio, where he mentioned he's not such a fan of breeding, and if you're not a fan, there's on point in doing it because it's a huge expense. It takes many years, and it's better to buy horses. It's interesting you mentioned the huge mess you had when you started having horses everywhere? How productive is it to breed in your case? Because the horses are not for you. You sell them for mainly giving them to your son. Okay, no, it's good for me too. Now I'm playing polo here in Santa Barbara, and out of the 24 horses I bought, wow, he bought in 20. Did he? Okay, let's see. Now playing polo here in Santa Barbara, and out of the 24 horses I bought, because I bought horses for me and for Harry. Okay, that bought got me confused. Did he buy them while he's in the US, or did he bring them? Okay, bringing is the past tense. Bought is the past tense of bring, from his country to the US, or did he purchase them? That's what I got slightly confused, because he breeds them, so he has a lot of horses back home. So which means, I'm assuming bringing? Okay, I'm a little bit confused with the bought here. Okay, because I bought horses for me and for Harry. So he's looking out for Harry. Okay, 20. Remember in one of the tweets where I was showing the horses and I was looking at the vein on the horses, I was like, man, they're really well maintained. Look how big and strong those horses look. So he does his thing. Okay, 23 are horses we bred. Okay, so now he's explaining. Okay, 23 are horses we bred. Okay, so some of them he bring. Okay, he bought from his country to here. Okay, so breeding is good for me, but to answer your question, I think both things are really important to be well mounted. You have to do breeding to get the best horses, because a polo player always need big numbers, especially when you play in several places. Mounting by only buying when you need 30 to 40 horses to mount in 2 or 3 different places becomes very expensive and very difficult. It's hard to find 30 good horses. Okay, it's expensive. It's almost like golf, because golf, not only the equipments are very expensive and you need a huge field to play. All right, so polo is a very expensive sport. To maintain the horse is not easy. All right, I don't own a horse, but you could imagine. All right, to feed them, they need place to run around and all of that. So me living in an apartment, can you imagine that? Then again, there's places who does almost like doggy daycare, this kind of thing. There's places that look after your horses for you. So that's another expense if you don't have the place. Okay, here's the first part of the interview in case you missed it the other day. All right, so let's see here. Interview on Clip Polo, Nacho Figueras. Without a doubt, I've said it in several times, the most famous polo player in the world, the most famous. We've had several interviews about it, and now even more famous because Prince Harry is inviting you to play tournaments. I mean, there were photos and everyone will say, quote, who's the redhead? Who's next to Nacho Figueras? Quote, Nacho. The idea came about 6 months ago, more or less. Last year he came, many years ago. We played together in exhibition. Last year he came to Aspen to play the Santa Bali Polo Cup, which is the cup of the foundation of which he is the founder and I am an ambassador. I'm telling you, if the brother, let me not mention him in here because Nacho is his brother. That's it. Okay, we raise funds for children in Africa, in Lesotho, and Malawi, and Botswana. And he moved here to Montecito, which is very close to the Santa Barbara Polo Club. And the idea came up. I told him, hey, why don't you play polo anymore? It will be fun if you play more, end quote, because otherwise the guys really play 2 exhibitions a year, and that's all the polo he's been playing. Okay, and well, little by little, he got excited about the idea, and we were able to make it a reality. He had never played a tournament except once. He played an 8 goal, and there's a question, sister, when he was, I don't know, 19, 20 years old, a long time ago, 2 matches. So he had never played competitive polo. Okay, so it was Nacho who brought the idea. And there's that video of Nacho saying he created, was it Padre something? Padre is a Spanish name. And he explained what the meaning behind the name. I have that video and some old other tweet videos. Okay, interviewer, you're correct. Okay, you corrected me because I was talking about exhibition and you said, no, this is a tournament. Okay, Nacho, yes. I saw you were saying exhibition, which is normally what happened, but no. We signed up for Santa Barbara's 12-goal season. So, in other words, this is the comment that I was reading on the other one, okay? But turn it into a negative. And I said, I think there's some truth to her thing, but the way she worded in her tweet, why were people paying tax to this kind of thing? So what they did here, so Santa Barbara have a tournament that happen, I guess, every year. It is now that I'm knowing about it. Why? Because it's Nacho and Harry. Okay, so what they did, Nacho did here, he signed up. The tournament is going on, so he created the team and signed up. And it's a good way for him and his son, who been in lockdown and whatever, to play polo. So what they doing with their team, if they win the tournament, that money is going to go to the two charities. That's what I think it is. Okay, this weekend we play a 12-goal warm-up, kind of. It's short. It was 2 games. We play a semi-final on Friday, a final on Sunday, and this Friday we start the next tournament. To win that one, we have to win 4 or 5 matches. We have 3 more tournaments. Okay, so that was sometime last week. Okay, interviewer. If he makes a mistake during a play, he has to hit a backhand, and he doesn't or does not pass the ball. Do you tell him off? Okay. Yelling at Harry. No, we talk a bunch. He makes very few mistakes. He knows a lot about polo. He talks to us and I talk to him too. Yeah, it's a team player thing. You have to communicate with your team. My role is a bit like being an orchestra conductor because I play with 2 very young boys. Those 2 16-year-olds that you'll see it on some old videos. Kiko Magrini and Juan Guerrero. Okay, so that's not his son. The son, something Figueroa or something like that. They are 16 years old. Juan Cento turned 17 yesterday, but the other day I was in the field with Harry, who was in the second match of his life, and Juan and Kiko, who are 16, so my role is to be like an orchestra conductor. Okay, I don't do much because Kiko and Juan and killing it, so I go along. Okay, so that's a good thing. When you see your team is doing well, why talk? Let them do their thing. But when they start, I play volleyball. I play volleyball. Well, not anymore. When I was in college and all of that. So when the team is doing well, hey, the coach let you be. Sometimes you have the it going on. When you're making mistake left and right, your coach, call a timeout and explain to you your mistakes. And then to improve on it. So I get what he's saying. And Harry is truly playing very well. For now, we're having a good time and the team seems to be working well, but we're just starting. Interview. And how do you treat him? Because he's not a normal teammate. How's the protocol? I mean, I guess to us outside of their circle, we see Harry as Prince Harry. Yes, I could understand. But if you've been friends with him, it will not be seem that way. It's just like another person you're talking to. And if both of them understand the meaning behind their friendship, and Harry already know Nacho is not about fame or trying to get something out of him. If that was the case, Nacho would have done it a long time ago. But Nacho was already make a name of himself without Harry. So Harry already understands. So I could see him talk just like any other person. If he's yelling at Harry, there's probably some yelling, but not to the extent of deep inside personal hate. I mean, just think about you sometime when you have disagreement with someone, your friend or something like that. You don't hate, but I don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm getting out of this. All right, so the interview saying, let me read it again. And how do you treat him? Because he's not a normal teammate. How's the protocol? Okay, there's Nacho. The idea of him playing here is to have more normal life. There it is, which is what he's looking for. And all the decisions he has made in these last few years of his life have to do with having a more normal life. Harry said it too. He comes to the field with the best attitude. He's super friendly with everyone. He doesn't expect and prefer, there it is, preferential treatment. And anyway, he signed up for an open tournament where we've just one more team. There it is. So no, there's no protocol. There it is. And there's nothing weird. We are 4 polo players in a 12-goal tournament trying to score more goals than the other team, just like everyone else. Thank you. I'm glad he said that. And that's the sense that I got. Okay, I think he meant tournament, not Nacho definitely saying match. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Some of the comment. What are brothers for? Loving this this friendship. Let's see here. No, it's good for me too. Now I'm playing polo here in Santa Barbara. Because I brought horses for me and for Harry. Okay, this is the part that I was saying. I'm confused with the word brought. All right. So let's see here. He bought horses for Harry also. I love Nacho. What a beautiful man. Their brotherhood. Yep. All right. Can see that one. That's in Spanish. Thank you for the picture and the translation. I was wondering where the horses were from. It's great to have that answer. Thank you for the translation, Mia and Hunky Pig. Very interesting about the horses. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Mia, for that. That's very good. And it's a lot of work for translation. Wow. This is what happens when you have squatters with different background. All right, next tweet. What I find interesting in this whole security talk is they actually allow Harry's own security to have everything they needed when he came for Prince Philip's funeral, but not when he came for Diana's statue thing, meaning they didn't want anything bad happen to him around. Okay, so this one happened a while back, and I happened to come across it yesterday. Okay, this is one of Sussex Squad Podcast 1. They did this since January 15, 2022. And I happened to come across it yesterday. And when I was reading it, and I was like, that's a very good point I wasn't aware of as well. Okay, let's see here. Harry wants to bring his son Archie and baby daughter Elizabeth to visit from the US, but he and his family are, quote, unable to return to his home, end quote, because it is too dangerous, a legal representative said. Okay, it follows an incident in London in the summer of 2021 when his security was compromised after his car was chased by paparazzi photographers as he left a charity event. Okay, and we will not know this because if the rats didn't put some nonsense in the tabloid. Okay, so let me continue reading this. Okay, the funeral. However, when he came to the UK for Diana's statue unveiling, they were like, nah, we don't care. And oh, by the way, we will leak your whereabouts to endanger you. That's diabolical. The British royal family tried to Diana Prince Harry. This is a video. I hope there's no music. This is Princess Diana, and this is the same thing I just read here. Let's see here.
And now look what's... History was repeating itself. My mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. And now look what's happened. You want to talk about history repeating itself? They're not going to stop until she dies.
This is very powerful. I'm glad he's able to read between the lines. Okay, let me read this comment. Could be that when he came for the funeral, he stayed mainly in Windsor Castle, but he went to London for Diana and Wellchild in July. Both occasions, he would have been out of Windsor and Royal Security area. It's good that Harry realized this and decided to try and get it sorted. And the other thing is that, from my understanding, security took him. Security took him over there, but when he came out, there was none. They left. That's my understanding. You guys could correct me on that. And that's where he's very concerned and about that. So there was some ploy behind the scene and say, okay, you could take him and then just leave him and we'll tell where he's at. It's almost the same thing that happened in Canada. You know, take his security away and then disclose his location. Almost the same thing. So he understands. So now when he's in the UK, he'll understand his family is there. Just come and do the thing and get out and get out. Because they will not stop, like he said, until something happens. And the other thing is that I'm glad he was able to experience. I've said this before. Because he was by himself. Okay? And this is why some of our prayers are very helpful. Because in a time like this, this is where the Lord takes over to help him find his way to safety. So I'm glad he was able to experience that when he was alone. Can you imagine? He was with his family. He will have to think of himself, his wife, his children, and all of that. So he was by himself. He was able to think for himself, by himself. Okay, he has only himself to take care of. So this is why I say I'm glad it happened, and he's able to see it. And God is good. God is good. That's all I gotta say. God is good. So this was maybe he was a little bit naive. Maybe he was a little bit naive about that part with the security thing. So God said, let me give you experience so you learn to take that seriously. Okay? So this is usually every bad thing that happened is a teachable moment. It's not always bad. I'm not happy he went through it, but I'm happy he went through it while he was alone, not when he was with his family. This is the thing. I hope you guys understand this difference. All right? So this is the next tweet. I'm almost an hour. I have one more after this, and I have a lot more for other videos. Maybe I'll just record, and whenever I get a chance, I'll edit. Happy Sunday. Do you want to share your favorite pics of Meghan and Harry looking at each other with that love? All right. So there's me. I was playing alone. Wow, this one has 66 likes. I'm surprised. Okay, this is that. I put my picture. Okay, a special moment that stole the light. Okay, there's another one here. Squad were just putting pictures of them looking at each other. There's that. Okay, when Meghan let it slip that she also called H my love. I wish I had that video, but I'm not good at doing screen grabs. There's that. Look at those close body contact. Those hands are so ready to clasp into each other. All right, there's that. Yeah, and they have the same kind of reaction. Look at the gaze. My goodness, the same type of gaze. A little smile, and look at the eyes fixed to whatever it is that they're looking at. I'm a body expert. Not really, I'm just joking. Yes, that's why the purse is in the other hand. Okay, you can tell which son of Diana knows how to keep an eye out for every move and mood of his wife. Yep, look at Meghan and Harry looking at her. This one, let me not go there. Wow, look at Meghan here. Meghan looks, she have a very timid smile. I'm wondering if it's because the other one was in her presence. Egghead was in her presence. She didn't feel comfortable. I don't know if you see what I'm seeing here in this picture. Look at that gaze. Her head is down, a little bit timid, and all of that. Remember, I don't remember when was that. That was probably one of the Memorable Day or something like that. She looked very timid, a very timid smile. Because from what we know now, the nonsense that was going behind the scene, that's after the lawsuit, the nonsense that was behind the scene that she was going through. So this probably has something to do with that. Okay, this is what I'm getting from that picture. Because the other one is in the vicinity. There's a very reserved kind of thing in her face here. All right, let's see here the next picture. Okay, such an elegant woman. There's that picture again. There's this, yes, this one, and the polo kiss. Okay, so many to choose from. This one, I love that one. That's when they were in the box. I'm telling you, Harry needed somebody to love him, and he finally found it. There's that one. Okay, let me move on. There's a lot of pictures. Okay, this is around the same day, the same time again from that other picture that I was giving my expertise. There's that famous picture that was in New York. Okay, let's move on. This is my last one. I'm literally 1 hour right now. I'm probably going to cut some stuff. Next tweet. Happy Sunday afternoon, Sussex squad. Those squad were in the mood. That's all they were tweeting about, putting pictures of their love. All right, this is a collage of things. Okay, collage by, okay, sorry, I didn't add you, okay. The poor guy, not, okay, there's me responding to that. Okay, I didn't even know that was me. Okay, the poor guy, and I put that in parentheses, not our standard poor, close parentheses, needed someone to love him. All right, 6 people like it. Okay, you win the best pic of their love, in my opinion. There's another collage of stuff again, of them kissing. Okay, thank you and many happy returns. There is only one Harry and Meghan. All right, so let's do a prayer. I have more, but I'm going to put it in another video. Let's do a prayer for, let's do protection. This one is coming, protection and love. These two come in my mind. Okay, prayer for protection and love. Okay, let's see here. Your love and faithfulness, along with your goodness and mercy, surround me daily. So I will not fear whatever might come against me. My trust is in you, God, and I give thanks to you for your love and protection. In Jesus' name, amen. Grant, O Lord, thy protection, and in protection, strength. That's a very good one. Let me click on this. All right, let's see this. This will be the picture that I use on my thumbnails. Jesus, you are our fortress. This home has walls of love that are built on you. You are our sanctuary. Our family rests in the grace laid out in your words of truth. You are our treasure. We hold one another in the faith, hope, and joy that you sent. You are our leader. We kneel at your feet and find protection, goodness, and rest. Thank you, Lord. This one is a good one. This one is a good one. So that's it. I'm going to do another video while the house is quiet. And then whenever I have time, I'll just edit. All right, that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate, or you could become a member, or just watch the commercials. Believe me, you watching the commercials also help the channel. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.